This is less of a GM's perspective and more of a love letter to Shadowrun. I've been playing Shadowrun on and off since the late 19s, about the time I watched the first Matrix movie. I started in 3rd edition and I came back to it every few years, and the game always managed to feel fresh. And that is because the Shadowrun setting has a lot of elements to focus on. You have this sci-fi cyberpunk world with lots of crime and violence, but you also have magic and fantasy elements in it. And that is because Shadowrun is this strange hybrid between Cyberpunk 77 and Dungeons and Dragons, or Blade Runner and Lord of the Rings if you are more into movies. You've got this cyberpunk world with amazing technology, transhumanism, artificial intelligence, advanced prosthetics that make you faster and stronger than your flesh ever could. You have augmented and virtual reality, this huge world-spanning internet that is also a parallel virtual world like the Matrix. And you also have huge mega corporations that basically rule the world. But you also have magic, with dwarves and elves and even dragons. The name-giving Shadowrunners are deniable assets in the Cold War between the mega corporations. Playing Shadowrunners is like playing a game of Mission Impossible. Your players will make elaborate plans to make the perfect heist for hours and hours on end. Most of the time, somewhere during the mission, it will all go horribly wrong, and you've got a great action movie ahead of you. Or you play it down and dirty on street level as a gang, maybe as a motorcycle gang, and play it like an episode of Sons of Anarchy, or like a season of it if you play a longer game. You could also play it as a group of magical investigators discovering the strange and dangerous wonders and horrors of the world. So basically you play it like a season of Supernatural. Or if you are even more into action, you could play as a group of mercenaries and play it like an 80s action movie. The 5th edition rules are not complicated, but there are lots of them. That is both a positive and a negative. On the positive side, you've got lots of options for character creation to make your character in detail and make it very different from every other character. And also you've got lots of options to develop your character during a long campaign. Furthermore, it gives you lots of options for play. Lots of different strategies and tactics you can use in battle for infiltration, for action. There are rules for car chases or for dogfights with planes, elaborate hacking rules. You've got rules for almost any situation you want to play and you can come up with. On the negative side, as the GM, you have to learn a lot of rules and have them in your head, or at least know how to look them up quickly. If you don't know them and can't look them up quickly, you have to be able to improvise on the spot, so you don't waste time looking them up and keep the action going. Last year they also released Shadowrun Anarchy, which is a simplified rule set with some narrative game elements. For my personal taste, the rules are a bit too simple. But we had some great fun playing with them, making our characters in 15 minutes or half an hour, and then just handing the book around, everyone taking a turn as a GN, and playing several small adventures while having a lot of fun, lot of action, lot of laughs. And it was a blast. Didn't have much room for character growth or complicated storylines though. That's why we first played an adventure with my own Barbarians of Lemuria Shadowrun hack, and then decided to go back to the Shadowrun 5 rules for our longer campaign. If by any chance you have not yet played Shadowrun, if you're interested in a cyberpunk setting or just need a break from your regular old D&D game and are looking for something fresh, you should try out Shadowrun. I can wholeheartedly recommend it. And if you're not into rule-heavy systems and just want to have fast and furious fun with some friends, try Shadowrun Anarchy. That's it for today. Thanks and goodbye.